Hey guys, Dr. Brown here with Kubo Math coming to you from Tarlac City, Philippines. And I think I need to adjust my camera. There we go. Okay. Tonight it's 4th through 6th grade and we're looking at decimals. Okay. So today we were working with some students and they struggle with a few things. So I thought I would work just a few simple problems to go over this for them. Okay, when you're adding decimals, just keep the decimal in line. Now that does require you, let's say 0.1 plus 0.2. If you go out there and you write down, and your writing looks like that, a bunch of cobbled up mess and your decimals aren't in line, no good. You will not succeed. It's just that simple. So take time. The quickest way to do something is do it once. And to do it once, do it right. Do it correctly. Okay, 0.1 plus 0.2. Keep the decimals in order, or in a straight line in a column. And then it's just simple addition, just like you do in anything else. 2 plus 1 is 3. 0 plus 0 is 0. Decimal point just follows right down. As long as it's in a column, you can do that. But if it's written all over the page, you just, what to do? Okay. Now, when you're subtracting, it's the same as you normally do. 0.3 minus 0.2. 3 minus 2 is 1. 0 minus 0, 0. Bring the decimal down. So 0.3 minus 0.2, 0.1. So adding and subtracting, nobody had a problem other than the sloppiness of the work. So let's clean it up. Keep it in a row or in a column. Actually, I bought some paper with grid on it for one student so that they would, you've got the boxes now. So now I've got 0.3 minus 0.2 gives me 0.1. So I tried to get them to clean up their work, and it really helps. And now it becomes obvious what the answers are, because they can do the work, they just need to clean things up. Now this problem is where students begin to have trouble. These two. Let's start with multiplication. If I had 0.1 times 0.1, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 0 is 0. Bring a 0 down. 0 times 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's add that up. 0 plus 1 is 1. Rest of it are zeros. Okay? Now, count the number of decimals, numbers to the right of the decimal that I have. I have 1 to the right of this one and 1 to the right of that one. So that's 2. So now I count from this side, that direction. 1, 2, and that's where my decimal point goes. So 0.1 times 0.1 is 0.01, 0.1. So count the number of decimal points. So let's say we have 0.3 times 0.5, let's say. 5 times 3 is 15. Carry the 1. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Drop a 0 in. Now I have 0 on everything here, right? 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Add that up. I have 0.15, and I have 2 decimal points. So I count 1, 2 from the right to the left and put my decimal point there. But keep things in a row, keep it neat so that you don't get these numbers just everywhere. Okay, if we had 250 divided by 5. Now this was a problem with some people. If I have 250 over 5, that means the exact same thing as this. This is 250 divided by 5. Divide 250 divided by this number. Today, some students, if we said divide 250 by 5, they would say, okay, that's this here. That's incorrect. That's 5 divided by 250. So as a fraction, it would look like this. 5 divided by 250. 5 divided by 250. But we're talking 250 divided by 5. Okay? Now when you divide that, 5 will go into 25 5 times. So where does my 5 go? It goes right here above the numbers that I'm working with. I'm ignoring the 0 for the moment. Okay, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 minus 25 is 0. Well, I still have this 0. It's got to go up here. 50 times 5 is 250. 50 times 5. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. 250. Okay. Now let's work with this one where I have a decimal point. I have 1,000 divided by 12.5. The key to this is move the decimal point however many times you need to move it to the right until you get a whole number, a number without a decimal. Okay? So this 12.5, I would move the decimal point once to the right. Well, this one, the decimal point's here, right? Now it's not there, but that's where it would be if we put it there. It's just ignored. So we add a 0 and move that decimal point over here, then immediately put it up there. Immediately. Now this is why it's important to keep everything in a good, nice, neat columns. So what do I have now? I have 125, or 10,000, excuse me, 10,000 divided by 125. That's the same as 1,000 divided by 12.5. But get rid of the decimal point. Okay, I moved it to the right, I moved this one to the right, and then I immediately put it up here. Now then, 125 will go into what? Will it go into 100? Will it go into 100? No. Will it go into 1,000? Yes, 8 times. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. 2. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. So that gives me 0. Oh, but I have that 0 left. Take it up. So 80 times 125 gives me 10,000. So that is 80 also. 80 times 12.5 should give me 1,000. So bring down the 0. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry the 4. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. Carry 2. 8 times 1 is 8. Plus 2 is 10. See, but I've got one decimal point. One decimal point. 12.5 times 80. My decimal's over here, so I don't have any digits over there, but I have one. Count right to left, one digit, so that's 10,000. So 12.5 times 80 is 10,000. And we got that by moving our decimal point here, moving it to here, and keeping it in good order. Okay? Alright, well that's a fairly short video with 4 different problems, but the main key here is when you're multiplying, you just count the number of decimals. You know, the multiplication's normal like you always do, and count the number of digits to the right of the decimals, add those up, and then count that same number. In this case there's one here and one there, so that's 2. 1, 2, put your decimal. In the case of dividing, move the decimal to the right until you get a whole number. However many places you have to move it, do the same here. And then immediately, wherever your new decimal point is, take and put it up there. Okay, why are we doing this? Together we're trying to build a better tomorrow, and do that through math. Keep studying, guys. Work as many problems as you can, and let's grow our minds, okay? That's all for now. Talk to you next time. Thanks.